Are you a professional?
Oh, not really. Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
It's good. It's good.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. Happy to have you guys here. I'm glad to be here for this top 5 video for you guys. If you haven't done so yet, you can click that subscribe button down below. Click that bell. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send out top 5 videos like this daily. I send out watch list videos. I send out informational videos, motivational videos, learning tools. I've got a 4-part series on the hashtag 30 and 30 setups, 3-1 setups, inside bar setups, outside bar setups, what these candlestick numbers mean down here, entries and exits, Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule. I've got all kinds of other videos, so go check those out as well. If you are new to the Strat, guys, we're about to change the way that you guys trade, okay? Watch the videos, watch the learning tools. This will be the easiest strategy that you guys will ever come across. I promise you that. If it's not, and you think there's something easier, then let me know. But there's no lines to draw. We're not dealing with RSI, MACD, VWAP, whatever you want to give me all the abbreviations. We're not dealing with any of them, okay? We're dealing with what the candlesticks show us and tell us to do, and that's it. We're dealing with price action, okay? You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. I'm available there. You can comment there. You can ask me questions there. There's no dumb questions. I'll answer them all. You can DM me there. And you can ask me questions on any one of my videos below. I usually get back to you guys within the same day. Okay? So let's get started on this top 5 video for Tuesday, May 24th. Okay? And we're going to start it off with Chewy. Okay, Chewy's got a double inside bar, and I talked about this in the main video. I'm going to go to KDP, and I'm going to show you guys an example of what a double inside bar does. Okay, it doesn't do it all the time, but let's take a look at this. KDP double inside bar. We put 2 triggers at the top, at the bottom. We broke the bottom, we hit 1 target. 2 targets, we hit that second target, we triggered the monthly. 3 targets, 4 targets, 5 targets. Okay, and then we just continued that downtrend for another 2 days, and even this third day we got a little bit more. But this was a great trade, guys, off of a double inside bar. Okay, and that's why they're very rare. They don't happen very, very often. Like once, maybe 4 or 5 months you see them on a ticker. So we have one on Chewy, and even if we go back on Chewy to see when the last one was, we don't need to go into it to look at it, but like I'm going back in time here, and there's one right there. Okay, March 9th of 2021, a year ago. Here's another one, November 2021. So we had 2 of them, okay, in a span of 2 years. So they don't happen very often. An inside bar or a 1 bar, okay, what it does, or what it is, it doesn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. So you can see on this one, we stay within the range of this 2 down. And this one, we stay within the range of the inside bar. And what inside bars show, guys, is consolidation in a ticker symbol or a stock or an ETF or mutual, whatever you guys are looking at. It shows consolidation. And it's a tightening range, and it acts like a spring. And when you spring low to spring, it gets tight, 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 and gets ready to explode. And that's why we saw what we saw on KDP last week. Okay, and I'm hoping to see the same thing again on Chewy and a couple other plays. So the way we do this, guys, and it's very, very simple. Inside bars are the easiest thing, or one of the easiest things you guys can trade. And it's when I became successful at trading options, I traded inside bars or 1 bars. Okay, so what we're going to do, if we break this high, you don't have to wait for the candle to close. If we break this yellow line here, tomorrow we're taking calls at 2504, or you can buy common shares. That's fine. And then our first target is the top of the second inside bar. Okay, just like that. And then the next preceding wick up here would be your next target. Okay, and if we break to the downside, I'm not going to tell you guys to short shares on this, but you can take put options on this. The trigger, if we cross this line, okay, we do not need to wait for the candle to close. Once we cross this line, we're in at 2384. Our first target is the bottom of the previous inside bar. And our next target is, if we go to the weekly, our trigger for the weekly on a 2 down. Okay? Right there. Okay, so that's our trigger for the weekly. We had a 2 up last week that finished red. It failed. So we are looking for a 2 down. Okay, and then that's our target there. So if you're on this on the daily and we trigger the weekly, you may want to hold this or at least leave some runners on. Okay, if you have multiple options on it, multiple contracts, you might want to leave a runner on if we trigger this weekly to the downside, okay? And see how that works out for you. Next up, and guys, these top 5 plays are in no particular order. I haven't listed them for the best trade to the worst trade. These are just, in my opinion, the trades that I think are going to do the best tomorrow. And I could be completely wrong on all 5 of them. I've been completely right on all 5 of them before, with really, really good wins on all of them, and I've had some really bad top 5s as well. So just the way the market works. So Airbnb, again, the double inside bar, we've already explained to you guys how these work. You know how they work. So all we're going to talk about here now is the triggers. 115.15 to the upside, 110.91 to the downside. Okay, and the time frame continuity, day, week, month, quarterly, yearly, all red. If you want that indicator, click on the indicator tab, time frame continuity by board rider B. And if you want these candle numbers under the candlesticks, I don't really need them. I keep them on there for you guys, but it definitely does help newcomers to the strat help identify what candles are what. So you can type in candle type, the strat, author is Crinklebind, okay? So I just want to take a look at one other thing here. Looks like we've got this broadening formation on the bottom here. And we've been running, this probably isn't on, let me see here. This might just be an old line from when I was messing around. Okay, so I don't even think it's on this time frame, but we could use it still. It looks like, what do we have here? Even if we went, if we did this, lower low to a lower low, there you go. I'll erase this one, so I don't even know what it's from. But do you see what I did there, guys? I went from a lower low to a lower low. Okay, and where does that line tie in? Look at this. Is it magic? No. It's the way things work in the stock market, and it's the way the strat works, okay? We drew, I just did it now. We just drew this, whoops, this lower low to this lower low, okay? And what did we hit? The bottom of the broadening formation. So, yes, we are trending down here, but we could see exhaustion and we could see this trend back up on Airbnb. Now, if we just want to quickly go outside of this top 5 for a second and look at the top of that broadening formation, and you want to find one, where am I going to do this? I think it's kind of already drawn there for us right there, but I will delete it. I will put it in white. So let's take this higher high right here to this higher high right there. And there we have our higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. Didn't quite tag it. Then we come back up, and you could draw another broadening formation in here. So let's take that high there. And where do we have it? So you draw it from here to there. Okay, so then you go from there to there, and again, you can draw another one here if you'd like. But higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, back up to the highs, down to the lows, And where are we going next? Are we going to break through that broadening formation off of this double inside bar? Or are we going to trend higher back to the top of that broadening formation? We'll see tomorrow. Next up, Twitter, TWTR, double inside bar on Twitter. You guys already know how to play these because we've just gone through 2 of them, so there should not be any issues. Okay, double inside bar. We can take calls at 37.98, and actually we can go, let's make that a little bit higher. There we go, 37.99, call it 38 if you'd like. 36.94 for puts. And again, the tops and bottoms of the inside bar candle are your first targets. Okay? And that is Twitter for you. Okay? So 3 double inside bar plays. Rare patterns, don't happen very often. Let's make sure we're watching these tomorrow morning. Okay? What is this? 1, 2, 3. Number 4, American Airlines. So this is another one of my favorite plays, guys. 3-1 setups, outside bars followed by inside bars, and we're looking for a 2 up or a 2 down. A 3-1-2, I think Rob Smith calls this the Chicago. That's the area code in Chicago. So again, we play these the exact same way we play a double inside bar. Okay? We take this inside bar, we take triggers at the top or the bottom depending on which way the market goes tomorrow. We have the day and the week are green, so we can take calls at 16.86. Our first target is the top of the outside bar candle. If we go short on this and buy puts, 16.14 is the trigger, and the bottom of the outside candle, the bottom of the wick, is our first target. Now again, American Airlines has this pink line here. This pink line is my trigger for the weeklies. And again, we've got a 2 up that failed on American Airlines last week. We open up with this inside bar. We trigger this. We are 2 down. It's a 2 up, 2 down reversal on American Airlines if we can trend down lower. BA, Boeing, another airline company. I think the premiums and the bid-ask the spread between the bid-ask is not great between these, but double check them for yourselves to see. And it's another 3-1 setup. So we just went through on how to play it. We can take triggers at 124.55 or 120.36 to the downside, okay? And our targets, again, are just these upside, high side, or the low side of this outside bar. That's our first target. Yellow line is our trigger. Day and the week are green. Okay, and let's do, what do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a bonus play at IWM, another 3-1 setup. This is a Russell 2000 ETF. So there's our weekly trigger down here again. So we can take calls on this one at 178.96, puts at 175.50 off of this inside bar. Okay, and we'll give you one more bonus play. So that's 7 plays on the top 5. Let's go with GameStop. Had a double outside bar here and into an inside bar. Can we draw a broadening formation on this? We sure can. Outside bar to outside bar, outside bar to outside bar. Where are we going next? We had a higher high or a lower low to a higher high. Back down to a lower low. Where are we going next? Where is the next 2? The time frame continuity tells us we are heading down, but we will see. Again, also on GameStop, we have these 2 pink lines. Okay? We're not having a baby, but this is the weekly inside bar. Okay? I know that because I've got 2 pink lines on there. And it means we have an inside bar, and there you have it. Inside bar last week, right here. High, low, and now we have a second inside bar. Are we going to break to the high side, or are we breaking to the low side? Maybe we stay inside. We don't know, but we go back to the daily, and if we trigger to the high side, our first target is the weekly trigger. If we go to the downside, our first target is the weekly trigger. Okay? Those are the top 5, guys. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you guys do really, really well in the market tomorrow. We have some really, really good plays here. I think we're going to have a good Tuesday. So hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday. Enjoy the evening, whatever you guys are doing, or enjoy the day if you're watching this on Tuesday. And we will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.